It's the 2K pregame show.
Still ballin' in the mix. It's that 6'6" slim yo chick, pulling tricks, looking slick at all times when I'm flipping. Sipping, car dipping, Grant Wood and gripping, still tipping on four rolls. GameCube.
It's the Eastern Conference on display, featuring the Boston Celtics. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche la NBA, an annual edition in the NBA, celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. You look at the Magic in second to last place in the East. Nothing's come easy for them this season.
Yeah, and East fans could not be any more behind this team right now. The winning streak has kind of captured the entire public imagination, and the level of enthusiasm, man, is off the chart.
We talk a lot about players moving around, trying to create super teams, Doris, but talk about the challenge of coaching a team with all those big-name players.
Well, first thing a coach has to do is you have got to manage the expectations, and those expectations come from a variety of fields, right? The ownership, the players themselves, and the fan base all have expectations of what they want. So you got to manage that. The other part is great players all have ego. Everybody wants their touches. Everyone wants to feel the basketball. So trying to manage a super team involved an awful lot of things. And let's not forget, players 6 through 10 have got to help your team win as well.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Irving at point with Brown to his side. They're the backcourt. Jason Tatum is out there with Williams. And it's Horford in at the 5. Read by Vucevic. Now, here's Isaac, guarded by Tatum. Augustine against Irving. Shot clock at 5. Top of the key. Off the left rim and out. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They defeated the Wizards in their last one.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced really took story.
There has to be a willingness to take chances, jumping for steals, getting out in passing lanes, and all that worked in their favor.
And so he hits both. This Orlando Magic team, one that isn't expected to compete just yet, still in the midst of collecting talent.
Well, Kevin, I don't know if you want to call it a rebuild or a reset for this franchise, but there is some youth to build around. They're getting some good talent. Obviously, they were hoping to jump into the top in last year's draft. This is going to take some time, and the fan base has got to be patient.
And that one misses.
What you love about Nikola Vucevic is every night you know he's going to play hard and he's going to do whatever it takes to win. You love playing with teammates like that, guys.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And Orlando has possession. After the basket by Boston, Isaac passes to Gordon. Some solid defense there from Irving.
Boy, not enough spring in his step on the way to the cup. He actually short arms that layup.
And the shot goes in.
This guy is skilled at getting the shot he wants inside. Jason Tatum with the size and touch to be efficient.
Now here's Fournier. He had 25 points win against Milwaukee. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic, and it's sent back by Horford. The pass to Tatum. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. 8 points for Jason Tatum.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the call, foul on Boston.
Well, we know this about Nikola Vucevic, right? He's always been a reliable option on the offensive end. He's at his best when he's sort of balancing that inside and outside game. This guy a year ago focused on posting up and getting better looks basket.
And as talented as Vucevic is on offense, detractors will always question Doris his defense.
Well, I think, Kevin, there's no secret here that his defense is not as strong as his offense. But from a purely statistical standpoint, his team is much better with him on the floor.
Well, you just have to love the skill Vucevic shows on the defensive end. I mean, he can erupt for big scoring nights if you don't keep him in check. And it gives you a little bit of everything from an offensive standpoint.
The Met trail by 6. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Augustine looking around. Back to Vucevic. Gordon to break loose. And Baines pulls it down. Guys, Vucevic doing more shooting from range last couple of years, further improving his versatile offensive game.
Yeah, and when he was younger, he got his points by going to work on the block. Still can do that, but now prefers to float outside and stretch the defense. Very soft touch on that jump shot, no matter if it comes from inside or out. Fantastic ball movement, picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Augustine. Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. And big ball on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Orlando making some changes. Bamba comes in for Jonathan Isaac. And it's Jaren Grant in for Augustine. Daniel Tice is checked in for the Celtics. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Man, hard to believe. Already they're staring at a double-digit lead, and we've just gotten started.
Boy, they have come out strong. They've controlled the pace, asserted their will. Wow.
Here's Fournier following the bucket by the Celtics. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Tice. Celtics leading by 10. Here's Williams. And Bamba pulls it down. Inside, here's Grant. And the layup is good. Grant's got his first point of the night.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
And here we can check out the story on Kyrie Irving. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. He's averaging 14 points a game, 6 assists, and just over 2 steals. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
Here's Fournier after Jaren Grant's bucket. Fournier. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Well, from anywhere on the floor, you have to be aware of Evan Fournier, even on the interior.
Here's Irving. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I'll tell you, you're not going to find a much more confident basketball player. He always believes the points are going to come.
Here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
And that's 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority.
And it's Irving missing. The Magic trail by 6. Vucevic dishes to Gordon. Grant the pass to Vucevic. And stolen by Tatum. The shot's good from Irving.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
There's 47 seconds left here in the first quarter. He kicks it to Brown. Now here's Williams. He started close. Got a piece of it. Here's Irving. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Irving's got his third basket of the night.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's from inside the paint.
Grant against Irving. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Amba gets to Fournier. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Boy, it picks up that second foul very early in this game. He's going to have to tread lightly for the rest of this half.
The Magic have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots. And that's another area where he is just a superb player at the free throw line.
Smart finds Morris. Now here is Irving. Covered by Martin. They get it back. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And now that we've gotten a chance to see it in slow-mo, I think the ruling has to be that he did not beat the buzzer with that shot.
And it looks like they got it right this time. Basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hand.
Yeah, and even if they don't show it, I know the refs are proud of themselves after a replay proves them right. They're like, see, we had it right all along. So, good call, fellas.
So it's Boston in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
I mean, tremendous ball and body movement to start this game.
I think they're moving the basketball incredibly well and getting to right spots on the floor, and it's really providing easy opportunities.
Now have rules doors that protect shooters from defenders stepping underneath them. But what about when the defender leaves his feet and the offensive player steps underneath and tries to draw the foul?
Well, I think one of the things that we have to look at is, okay, we certainly do not want the defender to have unnatural movements which place him underneath the feet of the shooter, because that's where injuries can happen. On the other side of the equation, and this has become problematic to me, far too many shooters either jump unnaturally outside of what should be a straight up and down shoot motion, or guys who kick their legs sideways in an attempt to draw contact fall over. But Kev, this is where officiating is about feel, touch, and vision.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Orlando, we got Chandler, Lee out there with Shelvin Mack. Then it's Evan Fournier, and it's Martin in at the 4 spot. The Magic making a switch here. Isaac's checked in.
And they continue to control the glass.
The shot's good. And the Celtics lead by 11.
Oh, Kevin, the defense looking completely lost. Marcus Smart just toying with them in the paint.
Lee outside. Lobbed up there for Chandler.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Celtics leading by 9. Smart passes to Tis. Martin with the block. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And Mack kicks to Lee. His 3 pointers off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Count that bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And once they established that flow offensively, Philly never got any resistance from the D.
I think, Greg, you can't expect to win with that kind of effort. The defense was nowhere to be found, and it cost them all night long.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Celtics.
Boy, the defense collapsing and throwing him off balance on his way to the cup.
Morris into the lane. Here's McCaw. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. McCaw has got his first 2 points of the night. The Mets trail by 13. And Matt kicks to Chandler. Taken away. And picking up. Here's Boston. All going up court. And it's sent back by Isaac.
You can see the long wingspan of Jonathan Isaac coming into play twice on the pipes.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And Courtney Lee out of Western Kentucky, a consistent 3-and-D veteran.
And, you know, more of a journeyman's career, but I'll tell you what, he's a winner. And competes, does those little things, and, boy, he makes some big shots.
Mack looking around. Lee kicks to Isaac. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. The Magic have only one missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Let's remember, Courtney Lee has been in the league a long time, actually played in an NBA Finals. This guy has been able to score and defend regardless of where he's been.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Bamba is checked in for Chandler. Aaron Gordon comes in for Jarrell Martin. Sharon Grant is checked in for Isaac. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Matt. It's stolen by Morris. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Courtney Lee. As you're talking about Lee, it's a shooter's league. Why has he been dealt, you think, so many times?
You know, it's an interesting situation. He's never going to be a star, but that doesn't mean he isn't valuable. And teams are willing to trade for him as part of a bigger package. Give him credit. The guy's a pro. He never complains.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Orlando. They trail by 16. Back to Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Wow, how about the burst? Aaron Gordon off the floor so fast. Don't sleep on him, gentlemen. You're going to look silly.
And a terrific bit of pass there on the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. And now the first timeout caller for Boston. There are so many great open floor players in this game. Who would be the scariest player coming at you on the fast break?
Kevin, I can't limit this to just one. Are you kidding me? How would you like to have LeBron James bearing down on you at, say, 250-plus pounds? Or the length of Giannis Antetokounmpo, who can cover from one end of the floor in the other in 4 or 5 strides? How about if Russell Westbrook's meeting me at the cup and he can dunk on my head? Or the young, talented Donovan Mitchell. I don't want any part of any one of those guys.
What great names, and you're right. Runaway freight trains, each of them. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Orlando Magic has struggled to find difference-making players in the draft or in free agency. Their goal is to get younger but get better at the same time, and it's difficult to do even in the Eastern Conference, but Orlando is determined to get this right. Kevin?
And the journey continues for them and a lot of teams. DA, thank you. 5 on the clock. Here's Augustine. Busts the J and a cagey pass fake. Augustine's got his first basket. Celtics leading by 14. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo team in the league. Number 1, the Celtics.
And that's a fun category. Most fans love that kind of up-tempo offense, and these guys are the best in the game playing that style.
Knocked away. Bamba dishes to Gordon. Lee in the posts, guarded by Tatum. Lee kicks to Grant. Outside Gordon. That 3 off the mark.
Yeah, a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
The kick out to Irving. Boston, no good that time either. The Magic trail by 14. to the middle. And Lee with the basket on the assist by Grant. Lee's got 5 points in the quarter.
If you give Lee that spot on the floor, 9 times out of 10, he comes away with a bucket.
Augustine against Irving. Shot from free throw range. Up again. Here's Gordon. Up and in on the way up. Gordon's got his second basket.
Boy, there is a will, a drive. Aaron Gordon showing he wants to be more active on the glass.
Here's Tatum. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Celtics lead by 12.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
You've got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Irving against Augustine. Irving drives in. Goes back up. And it's good on the way in. Irving's got 8 points.
The cleverness, the fearlessness. Kyrie Irving outstanding at finding spots inside to capitalize from.
And so it's the Boston Celtics sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We come back right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal is here. Say hello to the people, Shaq.
Hola.
Kenny's here.
Yeah.
And we're analyzing the first half action. It was all Jason Tatum in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
Shaq, what'd you think about Orlando?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Welcome back, folks. The downtown skyline of Orlando, Florida, looking especially striking tonight. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
You know what, Greg, they never settled for the first look. It was always about, let's get the best shot possible, really good judgment on the offensive end.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if the game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Irving at point with Brown to his side. There at the backcourt. Williams is out there with Horford, and it's Tatum in at the 3 spot. Horford, good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these 2 teams in that area.
Augustine passes to Vucevic. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Williams leading the charge. The kick out to Irving. Back to Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. And here's Tatum for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Knocks it loose and taken away by Brown. Orlando grabs the miss. Here's Fournier, and good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 3 assists now in this one. Brown dishes to Tatum. Rebounded by Isaac.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Morris is in for Boston. Marcus Smart comes in for Brown. The Magic trail by 14. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Well, I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you.
And a brief look while we have the chance of a few of the hottest big men in the NBA. The leaders among centers and power forwards in field goal percentage during the last month. Al Horford on top.
He is an unyielding presence in the post. I mean, he gets so many good looks because he works so hard to get that great position down low. And when he does, boy, he is impossible to move.
Fournier gets a wide open look. Offline with his three. Celtics leading by 14. And when you look at Evan Fournier, he's just a reliable source for points whenever he's on the floor.
Yeah, and Fournier is a bit of a quiet scorer. He always ends up with a lot of points, but doesn't tend to wow you with any individual plays. Terrific shooter who just makes the most of his touches and his minutes whenever he's on the floor.
Augustine up top. He's covered by Irving. Shot by Gordon, wide open. No good with the triple. Morris inside. He's covered by Isaac. Smart finds Horford. Good, and gets the assist. 6 points for Al Horford.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
So for the Magic, Tyson Chandler. He's checked in for Vucevic. Jarrell Martin comes in for Aaron Gordon. And Max subbed in for Isaac. Celtics also with sub. Daniel Tice is checked in for Al Horford. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
You see, you can't be too physical with Marcus Morris. This guy is so strong, and he's so good at drawing the foul.
Boston shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And the first one at the line is good. Doris, what is your solution to the controversy surrounding one and dones?
Kevin, I believe the one-dones will be a thing of the past, and I think it will happen shortly. And the reason that can now become a viable option is the G League holds the key. You can now allow players to enter into the minor league straight out of high school. If they raise the salary of those G League players, then it helps across the board. Well, so rewarding for a player to beat everybody to the basketball and convert that second chance bucket.
Irving surveying the floor. Pass to Morris. Hands of the ball out of bounds. Forrest touched it.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Williams. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up 9-point game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
Irving with the steal. Tice passes to Irving. Unable to get that one. It's D from Chandler. Here's Fournier. It's good for 2. Fournier's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, not to be dissuaded by the traffic. He takes it right through the contact. Evan Fournier doing work.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Mack. Williams with the block. But they get it. Grant gets a wide open look. Good on the triple. Grant got 5 points so far. Celtics leading by 12. Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Well, at 6'9", with good athleticism, dunking not a problem for Mr. Morris. Give him some space, and he makes you.
Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Now here's Matt, guarded by Smart, and Chandler throws it down.
Well, how excellent a finisher at the rim. Chandler's length and timing still hard to match up with defensively.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Hey, guys, you know you never run out of things that you can improve upon.
I think it's important to keep that hunger, right? You're always striving to get better and to change things up.
Bamba is checked in for Orlando. Lee comes in for Fournier. Then for the Celtics, Aaron Baines is checked in for Daniel Tice. Tatum comes in for Williams. And it's Brown in for Irving. Brown kicks to Tatum. Shoots over Bamba. Boston getting another chance here. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
This is where the fame of Morris allows him to absorb that contact and push right through it.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard numbers.
That free throw good for Morris.
Marcus Morris has proven that he can be effective in any system in the NBA, understands his role as a stretch four.
Mack with the ball. Baines with the block, and he gets it back. Basket good.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
I'll tell you, you have to take pride in finishing through contact. You get the sense Marcus Morris relishes that chance.
Passes it to Matt from outside arc. Rebounded by the Celtics. Morris has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, despite his struggles from field in this period, you know he's going to keep asking for the basketball.
And that one drops. Smart's got his second basket of the game.
Well, Marcus Smart has a knack for understanding where missed shots are going to come off. Then he's got the vertical to get on the glass. Nice.
And he makes good on the layup.
You know, he's been giving them points, but they still can't seem to get over the hump tight.
Morris, left side. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Lee outside. Back to Grant. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And it's Brown missing. Lee against Tatum. And stolen by Tatum. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
2 shots.
Free throw good for Morris. Boston make a switch here. That one falls, so he hits both of them. From deep. Misses there. And so it's Boston taking a 19-point lead into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they're shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we've got more NBA action. 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. 19-point game. We've got Aaron Gordon. Vucevic is out there with Bamba. Then there's DJ Augustine. And it's Lee in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. And here's Gordon. Augustine in the corner. Back to Gordon. Magic moving the ball around. 4 on the clock. Here's Augustine. Cans the shot from the wing. Augustine's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Magic. Here's Brown. Uses the glass, finish the layup. And the Celtics lead by 19.
Oh, Kevin, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips a pass over in just the right amount of space.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul. The Magic making a switch here. Isaac checked in. Fourth quarter basketball. We're about a minute into it. Takes the 13-footer and off the front iron, and in it goes.
Well, I like seeing Jonathan Isaac work in the mid-range. This guy is demonstrating the touch to score from there.
Brown dishes to Smart. The lead pass put in just the right spot.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Nice game. Great performance by Marcus Morris.
I mean, he continues to burn them with his scoring. The coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
Fournier's checked in for Orlando. Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Irving comes in for Marcus Smart. Augustine passes to Isaac. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Good work defensively by Horford. Here's Williams. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got his third assist on the night.
You know, this in part is why Al Horford is seen as such a terrific leader. His willingness to pass the basketball, to play unselfishly.
He had a nice open look right there. And that's 11 points for Evan Fournier.
Well, he works to find the open space behind the arc, and it pays off with the three. Nice.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Come on, that is remarkable work from Kyrie. Ridiculously crafty at how he gets into the defense and draws the foul.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his third foul of the game. Al Fournier. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Last season, Doris, the NBA hosting 4 regular season games in Mexico, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the NBA playing in Mexico City.
Well, Kevin, you know this. Mexico City is the 5th largest city in the world. You are a geographic expert. This is a gateway to all of Latin America, and the NBA, as always, eager to expand their presence in new markets.
I agree, and the fact Doris is so progressive has just, given us so much new things, revenue, growth avenues to follow. But it just opened up a whole new area where they can grow.
Never rest on your laurels, Kevin. Always work hard, just like the great Kevin Harlan does.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Will it go? Augustine, no luck.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him. He has not been an asset for his team.
Irving misses. The Magic have won 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Isaac. D right on him. Knocks it loose. Pass to Augustine. 6 on the shot clock. Now the dish to Gordon.
Well, sometimes it just takes an opportunity in the NBA, and Aaron Gordon has made the most of it. Since taking over that power forward role full-time, he has shown remarkable improvement. Plays with more confidence and aggression on offense and has transformed himself as a player.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Vucevic. Jarrell Martin comes in for Jonathan Isaac. And Sean Max subbed in for Augustine. So Mack will bring it up for Orlando. Down low, Gordon, good, and the nice assist from Mack. That's now 8 points for Aaron Gordon. And for Gordon, in his first full season as a starter, he instantly became a star in the league.
And when he was taken 4th overall, this was the type of player the team was hoping he'd...
Wow. How effortless is a dunk for Aaron Gordon? He's ready for takeoff, gentlemen.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Drops in the tray. Irving's got 6 points in the quarter.
And piling on to that big lead, we know he has the range late on the defensive reaction.
You always D up on the perimeter. When you don't, this is what happens.
Here's Mack, and it's Orlando with another.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. It's a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Celtics.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board. Deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you have to love the effort this team plays with night in and night out, win after win this year, and they have earned it. Tonight will make it 62 wins on the year for them.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated. 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, his activity really stood out to me on the defensive end. He harassed ball handlers, came up with steals in transition, yet the field guys were looking over their shoulder, worried he was going to pick their pocket.
Stolen by Bamba. Now here is Augustine. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And become patient. That's not how you're going to catch up.
Really, that's unacceptable. Patience is paramount. You're trying to cut the lead, and they didn't have it there.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Jarrell Martin comes for Bamba, and Max subbed in for Augustine. And the Celtics also making a change. McCaw's checked in. Williams finds Irving. Connects from three-point range.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Well, you can't have any room for error late in a game like this, so they put the finishing touches in style. I love how they closed.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're up by 25. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason. Call it.
You know, I think it's an opportunity just for the coach to see some execution. Finish this thing out the right way.
And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
And what an act set of hands he's had on him tonight. He's come up with several big steals and giving them some valuable extra possessions. And that energy on D is carried over to the other guys on the court. You can definitely count on that.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. 19 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And here's Tatum for three. And the rebound goes to Martin. Here's Mack inside. Here's Gordon, and it's sent back by Horford.
Well, how about the anticipation from Al Horford? Perfectly times the release, sends it back.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.